Welcome back for another episode of Everybody Loves Raiken. On the last episode, you guys finally finished up your last-minute shopping and preparations before choosing to head through a portal to the city of Volinar in Bromdor. You left the desert oasis of Tuka, and you are now returning to a city you once visited before to try and stop a war. Your last visit did result in an armistice between Bromdor, the nations of Bromdor and Aspara, hammered out by the Empress Katarina Belgrin and Lord Raiken of the respective nations. Since then, it has come to your attention that Lord Raiken has reignited his flames of war and has engaged several bordering nations in this ongoing campaign. As recently as a few days prior to this, the party was informed that Sivan had been committing more and more of his trained forces to these war efforts, including and not limited to draining his city guard into the armies, and replacing these soldiers that were stationed in the cities with the Drow captives that had been made to work menial tasks in those cities, including dock labor. They were mostly used. The last time you were in the city, you learned that these were Drow warriors who had been taken prisoner and effectively made into slaves in retaliation for the way the Drow treat any surface dwellers they capture, basically doing to them what they do to you. That was Bromdor's explanation for it. And now you see them giving them weapons and armor and trusting them to guard the streets of the city. When you arrived, Naravar and Nalia informed you that there had been a scrying sensor in the basement of this building, the mansion given to the Archmage of Bromdor, who is Nalia, and they had destroyed it just as you opened the portal, knowing that regardless of when they destroyed it, it would result in, very likely, in soldiers coming to attack. At least this way they had you there to help with that. And so it did. 6 Drow soldiers entered the building by force and attempted to subdue you. They were overwhelmed and thwarted by your numbers and power. Every one of them was killed in the engagement, and I believe that the damage they dealt out was minimal at best. So, the coordinated effort of the party saw you through this fight well. And so, now in the room still illuminated by Cyrus' last spell, Sunbeam, you stand with Nalia and Naravar over the bleeding or burned corpses of 6 Drow.
Well, that was one hell of a welcome party.
I'm gonna cast Mage Armor.
That's a good idea.
Yep. Okay, so does anyone know why the Drow are loyal to Sivan? Since they were, slaves?
Good question. I don't know.
I'm going to look and see if they have pouches or anything, maybe carrying something, orders, documents on their persons.
Certainly, you may check. What you find as you search the bodies is that they are equipped with only the basics of what they'll need. The pouches they seem to carry are few in number, mostly containing bits of food to keep them going. One of them does seem to have a scrap of something, maybe fabric, that has writing on it. It looks almost elvish.
If I can't read that, I'll hand it over to Larmendis.
Do you speak Elvish?
I speak Elvish.
Not you.
I don't speak Elvish.
Does the gnome speak Elvish?
Oh.
Nope.
Yeah, you don't recognize, you're not capable of deciphering these letters. So you're going to hand it to Laramentis?
Yeah. I'll hand it over and just say, I found this. I don't know what it says.
Is it in a language written in the Elven script that I understand? Or is it Undercommon?
It is Undercommon.
I believe that this is Undercommon, as I'm familiar enough with, I think, most. It's Elvish and Sylvan are the only other ones that are written in the Elvish script, right?
I think that's correct.
Okay. As I'm familiar with Elvish and Sylvan, and this does not seem like one of those, unless it's some sort of cipher on it. Can anyone read Undercommon?
Let's see.
Anyone know spell to read Undercommon?
Wait.
If
don't I
we're
have that?
willing to
Hold
wait,
on, I'm just gonna check my
11
indication.
Undercommon's not covered by general Elvish language, huh?
I could probably make out a few words and mistake a few more.
Well, sorry. I should say that because it would
Oh,
be the
yeah.
same for me because I speak Elvish.
I can read it.
Excellent. I hand it to you.
I'll read it on. I have I had the Rune Keeper, so I can read everything.
Have you explained to the party that you possess that ability?
I mean, I've read things before that is weird, and I think I mentioned that I can read every text, like when the group was new, but I don't think I repeated it.
Have you
Yeah, she's definitely mentioned it
mentioned
before.
that
Yeah.
in front of Lara Mendes, other than the one time that I was aware that you read Infernal? Because I don't think that you said that you could read everything when that happened. I think you just said that you were able to read Infernal.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Well, she probably just said she could read Infernal because she could from the patron that it actually would get included in the Eyes of the Runekeeper.
Either way, I will hand it to you saying excellent, and then I'm a bit curious as to when you were able to learn Undercommon, but
You're gonna ask?
I say that as I hand it to you.
Oh, okay.
I say excellent. I'm a little curious when you learned to read Undercommon, but please tell us what it says.
I never did, but I can read everything.
Then you take the piece of fabric from Laramentis. It is written in a heavy black ink. It's a little blotchy in places, but you can make out the meaning, given that you can now understand all languages. It seems to say, on pain of death, keep them in line. The citizens are not to be harmed except in extreme cases. Yet. Report hourly. That's it.
I read this out loud as I'm reading it. Also, stupid sentence. I read it out loud.
Do they have some means that seems like they would be able to use for magically reporting in on their personages?
No.
Well,
To Nalia, is there a place that the guards seem to report in extremely frequently? They have to report hourly.
She looks to you and says, I've mostly kept inside since I found out the Drow were loose. I imagine that if they're not reporting directly to the castle, there's some station that the guards use. There are any number of those around the city. 6 that I can think of that they could use instead. Perhaps there's somebody with the ability to communicate what they report there.
There wasn't a name on the order or anything like that. It was just that command.
Yeah, it was just a command. It was not signed or dated. A reminder, it would seem.
But we should certainly not be here when this group misses their time to report.
Indeed.
We don't know when that is, though.
Means that we should probably find a different location to spend a bit more time planning, if possible.
Sam, not Sam, Laminus, do you know what time it is?
I say the time.
Tristan, I could use a time down to the minute here.
Down to the minute means I ask Ash,
Alright.
but I assume Ash says the time.
I think you left around 2 p.m. from Tuca. Because of the things you were trying to get done. So,
Alright.
I believe that would make it, 10 a.m.-ish. From Ash, it would say it's like, 12 minutes after 10 in the morning, local time.
Then we have approximately 48 minutes until these guys need to check in, since it's at hourly.
We don't
Not
know
necessarily.
when that hour started. That's
would
why I was saying
likely
we don't know.
Being at a 0 mark, but I suppose you don't know. But that's how much I would suspect we have at most.
I'm certain that they'll be waiting for a direct report after an engagement. So I imagine we have less time than that.
Fair point.
Do we have a second location that we can go to discuss without worrying about the house coming down on us?
Well, the entire city's compromised, Lair. I don't know that anywhere within the walls is safe. Anywhere where the city guard has power, especially the power to scry, which we've seen they do, is a potential threat to us.
How did they do that without you? Wouldn't such matters normally be left for you to do?
One would think that, but I am not the only mage around, and if he doesn't trust me, which he clearly doesn't, he would have sought outside help. It could be someone from the guild.
I mean,
Do you
I can.
have any idea how he's kept dominance over the Drow?
I honestly don't. As elves, they're resistant to charm, but he could have wizards powerful enough to force them. Or he could be offering something, like actual freedom.
Maybe they're just calming him.
I'm not certain. Like I said, once I found out the Drow were off the leash, I didn't leave this building. I went to Tuca.
Well, the letter says the citizens are not to be harmed yet.
It's
I
very
don't believe that
concerning.
we count.
We don't.
No, but I mean, to me that almost seemed like whoever brought this letter, if that person is like a Drow or something, it might be that they're just following Steven's command for a limited time, that they have other plans later.
It's possible. Any chance Lord Siffin's religious affiliations are public?
He's a devout worshipper of Arathis. many leaders of large cosmopolitan areas are. It's the smart bet.
Makes sense. I was just. I doubt this public information, but I was curious if it's possible he'd be a follower of Law.
Do you think that if he was, that would be public?
No, that's what I just said. It's not likely that would be known information, but possible.
If he's a follower of Loth, I am unaware of it. Nothing what we've done with the city, nothing that I've helped him or any of his predecessors with, have seemed in line with Loth's designs. But we should probably not be here, because if these soldiers fail to report soon, I'm sure they'll send another squad.
Yeah, we should get moving.
You mentioned them having scrying. Can any of you see invisible things? Or have a spell that make it possible to see invisible things?
I can see the magic that hides something, even if I can't see it.
Because a scrying can be seen if you can see invisible objects.
Yes, it's a very strange function of the magic in your world. It's part of why we knew to check for it in the first place. I detected magic in the corner.
So we know we're seen right now?
He looks around. The only magic in the room is you at this point.
In that case, I can use seeming on us, so we'll all appear to be someone else.
Like Drow guards, perhaps?
Maybe, but we can't speak their language, so that could cause problems.
Well, either way around it, we should not be here, so if you're going to do that, you should do it now, and we should go.
I'm going to summon Skip.
Okay, he's got a name now. I'm like, who?
I sent you his name like last week.
Yeah, but I didn't remember it. Okay, so the raven appears and haws as it stands on the ground next to you.
I'm going to... Okay, I need you to go outside, get up onto the rooftops, and just let me know if the way is clear. Let me know if you see any soldiers, Drow, heading this way.
It hops over onto one of the boxes and then takes flight up the stairs. You hear the scrabbling as it lands on the floor up there. And after, less than a minute, you'll hear in your mind, there are no open windows up here.
Nalia, besides Drow guards, what other creatures or people are walking about?
Oh wait, the door's been kicked in. I'm going that way.
Yeah, I was going to recommend check the door.
Used to windows.
For a second, I interpreted that as the door is being kicked in.
Yeah, I'll ask Nalia a question.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, besides the Drow guards, what other people are walking about, like, without being...
Probably not a lot of people. The Drow guards aren't well accepted. This situation has turned into somewhat of a lockdown.
So the only disguise they could give us that will make us walk about is Drow guards.
If anything. Lynn's going to climb back over the counter and say, this one could utilize her unmatched stealth to try and figure out how we could get out of the city.
Voice in the Sky.
Yes.
Out of all those books I read about the Drow environment and all that, is there anything I could have picked up just to be like, knowing how to just like agree and kind of be like, yeah, and keep walking kind of attitude? Like, did it say anything about their greetings or like how the Drow culture was at all?
The notes on the Drow culture would have included things like different communities are usually vying for the same resources, so if they are not from the same community, they will fight each other.
Okay.
Tenuous alliances and relationships exist between some communities where they will tolerate or work together toward a common goal, but in that case, there's always, a level of uneasiness in interactions observed by the writer of the book.
Alright. So I'm not discerning anything that would help us kind of pass by if we went with Lee as this guy, as I'm thinking. Okay.
There's usually, like, let's see. People from the same community would usually, there's usually like a double check to make sure that they recognize the face or the armor, and then a nod.
Okay, I'm gonna see you seeming then make sure we all look like Drow gods. But I need all of you to be within 30 feet of me, so if you can all just cramp a little closer.
Okay. Are you just going to make everybody look the way you think of Drow, or are you going to try to copy these faces?
We should probably have some of us looking like these ones, and the others of us towards the center of a circle that are going to be harder to see.
Do any of them wear any formal facial masks or coverings? Like, have full helmets or bandanas or something?
A couple of them
Wait,
had...
did Sivan read the list?
A couple of them have, like, leather caps. The ones in heavier armor would have coifs. But for the most part, these guys are medium armored, and their faces are not very covered. The heaviest armored among them does have a full helm.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to make sure that the heavy armored of us as well do have full helm.
None of them are as large as your Dragonborn, so...
Yeah, no, I'm going to shrink the Dragonborn by 1 foot each and increase the size of the of Jebel and Cyrus 1 foot. I can only alter 1 foot.
Okay, so that means that they're 4 feet tall.
They're still short, but they'll...
Can be escorting someone somewhere, if that would be preferable.
They're just super young.
I will be interested in what Lily is doing for that, and like give my advice for stuff I read about Drow to assist with that. Any information I can give Leah.
It'll help you with, like, identifying marks for communities, war paints, and mannerisms.
Otherwise, I did travel with a Drow for a while, so I know how they look like.
We're all Rowan.
Yeah. Yeah, that one Drow who'd never been in the Underdark.
It's like, with Nalia, myself, and Laramendas, I could just make us Drow-like, but, considering we're still elves.
This is rather distasteful to me. Nalia says.
Could we be seen escorting the Archmage to some other location as guards?
Wouldn't it
would give
make
us a reason
sense to
go
escort me
somewhere.
to the palace?
If our goal is to go directly to the palace, that would be a good way not to be stopped. Especially if a group of Drow have very recently broken into her residence to stop something that was going on.
Yeah, we try to end this quick.
That could give us a ticket directly into the palace, so yeah.
We need to be careful though, because if Sivin goes down, this city will break into chaos. There'll be nothing left to keep the Drow in check.
Depends if he's the one keeping them in check.
Something tells me he wouldn't let anyone else hold the strings, but it is only a hunch.
That could bring the opportunity for someone else to take the helm, though.
There's no one close.
Yeah.
We really should hurry before someone comes to check on them.
Yes,
Yeah.
let's go.
I have no better plan, so I'm gonna go with you. What you guys are doing?
Okay, so I'll change all of us except Nalia to Drows then.
This one's going to go find her own way out of the city.
I have a question.
She
Are
did that
all the
before I got the
Drow-
chance.
Are all the
Yeah.
Drow slaves... Are they all Drow who were captured? All of them?
All of them were taken either in raids or counter-raids. Many of them were taken when Sivin's forces raided the Underdark in retaliation for raids on surface towns and cities.
Okay, no, I was just wondering if any of them had been born in the city. Like maybe generations of slaves.
It's possible, I suppose. The people don't usually keep too hard tabs on them, as that's the duty of the city guards to make sure that they're acting in accordance with the Lord's wishes. Sivin is not the first. He is carrying on a tradition that is not new. They are still elves, they are long-lived. They could have bred in captivity. I'd honestly never considered it. Why?
Well, first off, it's awful. Second off, if that was the case, it would be a reason why some of them might speak common more than undercommon.
Possible. I can
Well,
tell
is
you
it-
that the likelihood of conception here is pretty low. They have almost no Drow females. The priestesses are very well protected in the Underdark, and they are not risked on raids.
Jebel, is there a point to this question? Because we probably should make haste
I mean, I assume that question was being asked while Leah was
casting.
casting her
Okay.
spell.
Yeah, it only takes an action, so
Oh,
It could have been asked while we were moving.
Okay.
Is it concentration or not?
not.
Cool.
Just we discuss like this for 8 hours. People can find out if it's a disguise, but they'll still see the disguise.
Okay. You have 3 spell slots with which to cast this?
Yeah, and I already used one for Hex last time, so I
You
have one
can
spell
cast
slot
it
left.
twice.
Yeah.
Appearance of any number of creatures. That's so
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah, it's a 5th level spell. So I don't need to cast it more than once if we spend less than 8 hours while wanting to be disguised. And during that time, I can also have a short rest. Because since it's not concentration, it doesn't matter.
Okay. Vendar,
Yes.
you know that Lynn cleared the bar and said she was going to find her own way safely out of the city. If
Yes,
you
I would
were...
like to talk to her before she leaves.
Okay. So you want to catch her on the stairs?
Yeah. It's like... if you're gonna go on your own, be safe. It's real dangerous out there. Lots of Drow. I know you're super stealthy, so I'm not that worried, but get somewhere safe, alright?
She'll
Hopefully
crouch
we'll
down on the
meet again.
stairs. She'll crouch down on the stairs and reach her gloved claw down.
By the way, Wendar, I'm gonna like put up two, like my index finger and my middle finger, and like in a upside down V. Do this if you see someone who believes us, or if we can use that as a sign, know if it's you or not, because you just look like a drow.
Okay.
So she will crouch down on the stairs as you stop her and say this. And she'll reach down a hand to your cheek and say, "This one will be as careful as she can be. The Drow stand no chance of finding her. In the city is her element. But if you are going into the heart of your enemy's territory, you must be very careful. Remember to rely on your friends and do not keep secrets from them. Secrets will get you killed."
Yeah. We will do our best. Thank you.
This one will see you again. She knows
Hopefully
it.
soon.
She's going to disappear up the stairs.
So, shall we do something with these bodies in case someone comes to investigate?
I don't believe that will be necessary. I'm certain that they will figure out sooner or later that something's happened, and any head start on them we have to get to the palace will be advantage us.
Yes, let's go.
And by the way, where's your receptionist?
Nalia will pale and say, and look around and say, "Claire isn't here." And she's going to push her way through you to the stairs.
Oh no.
You're going to hear a voice in your head, Jebel. It says, "There are many groups of black-skinned people all over the streets. They all have weapons.
Do any of them appear to be heading this way?
Some of them appear to be waiting around your building.
Yeah, I'll rush up after Nalia, and then
They're watching me."
I'm hoping someone else is going to rush after me.
Yeah.
Act natural. Just act natural.
I fly in natural circles.
I
So
dismissed
natural.
Yoko.
Oh yeah,
A marshmallow disappears.
Lorelai is gonna remain invisible, but stay around me.
And stay around you.
Yeah.
Okay. Leah, Lorelai, and Nalia have gone up the stairs.
And Laramandus.
And Lorelai.
But you guys can't see Lorelai though. Because she stays invisible, so she won't spoil the disguise.
Before heading after them, the disguised Naravar will simply look to his left shoulder and go, "Sneaky, sneaky." I mean, he might have been talking to Cyrus.
Raiken of Team Clank will follow.
I'm of course following as well. Like I'm looking to get out of here.
Yeah, Vindar's going up.
Okay.
Everybody's like, get out.
Whoop. There's so many of you.
Yep. I'll be doing my best to stick to the middle, so I'm hopefully not as visible.
I'm just going to move these over here for now, just because I want to keep numbering. I want the number to keep appending the right way. Deleting them won't allow that to happen. Alright, so...
As we're all moving, I will just inform the group. Skit says that there's a lot of guards, kind of just around the building.
Then it's important it looks like we're escorting Nalia when we're going out.
I hope they don't realize there are more people coming out than went in.
That is a fair question.
Did we want... I'm out, not in that room, never mind.
So, as you all get to the top, you'll find Nalia with Leah looking panicked. She says, "Claire's gone. I think they've taken her." You, in the ground floor room, you can see very quickly that the front door, which is here, is burst in. Its hinges damaged. It hangs askew. You can see that the large table that Raiken once tried to flip is upside down. And that the hardwood floor is marked by the passage of many dirty boots, as well as the metal sabatons of the armored drow that came down. For the most part, it doesn't look like the place was sacked, but there are things close to the door, close to the staircase, and around the table that are askew or destroyed in the passage of these soldiers. Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to telepath to Skith again and ask, do you see... hold on a sec. I'll turn to... I'm with Nalia now, am I?
Yeah, the group's back together.
She said this in my presence.
Yeah, she was waiting for you guys to get up there. You were
Okay.
a bit after her by like a minute or two, so you imagine that she has had a chance to search the building. It's only, there's only one floor other than the two you've been on.
Right. Who's Claire?
Claire's my assistant. We work closely together. She lives here.
And what does she look like?
I need to double check her race. I think she was...
I
think
forget.
she's human.
Pretty sure she's human. For
You
these...
took Claire so thoroughly that even the memory is gone.
Yeah, right? It's just been so long since she's been
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she was human.
part of the story. I'm pretty confident of that, too.
I don't remember anything else about her. Like, other than the romance novels.
Yeah. Yeah. Claire, even hand. Nalia's assistant. Yeah, human. She had, deep tan skin, brown hair. She was, a bit shorter than me, but about my build. You know, slender. She loved books. She was wearing a green dress earlier today. Why?
I'm gonna ask Skip to keep an eye out, and I kind of turn silent for a second as I telepath. Skip, do you see a human woman with any of these groups? Perhaps wearing green?
There's going to be a silence, for a little bit, and then... I think so. It looks like there's a group of the armored ones taking one in a green outfit toward the big stone building to the east.
On Fentinalia. Is the palace to the east?
Yes? It's directly east of here, across the moat.
Yes. Skip says a group of soldiers is bringing a woman in green that direction.
Oh no. There. We have to get her. I owe her.
And
Well,
I think we should head out now.
We're already planning to go to the castle, so that is actually convenient.
I think at this point we begin heading out.
Okay.
Yes, make it look like you're being escorted.
Okay, so tell me your formation. Who's escorting whom?
I would assume at least having one of the tallest next to Analia would be would seem natural. So if you have you could cast a Raiken next to Analia. Try to have the smallest one in the middle to kind of make them hide a little, so it doesn't look, so they don't stick out in the group.
Yeah, I'd like to actually be able to try and actively be hiding in the group, since I'm a halfling and that's something I can do.
It's like that guy standing in the center just... What's going on with him? Sometimes he's there, sometimes he's not.
Something like this.
I guess that looks fine.
And, the smallest ones, who are 4 feet tall, are disguised as Drow soldiers.
Yeah. I disguised everyone to look like Drow soldiers, but some are covered on the face, some are not.
Okay.
So those who's not, they look like...
I have an important question. What gender do you and Nalia appear?
Well, Nalia is herself.
Nalia's herself.
Wasn't that the
Yeah,
idea?
Yeah, because we wanted to look like we're escorting her.
Okay.
Was all of the Drows downstairs male?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm going to make myself look like a male as well. Just in case. Because I haven't seen any female Drows armored.
Yeah, Nalia also said there weren't really any female Drow in the city.
Okay, yeah. Then I made myself look male.
Because the females generally do not get captured.
Shovel, you might be better off trying to hide the small animal.
I'm way ahead of you. Someone has to carry me. And then I just turn into a rat.
Spider would have been better.
I'll pick him up and toss him on my backpack.
Oh, come on, buddy. Get in mine.
Oh, well. You want to ride with you? That's fine.
And I should be able to just hide in the middle of the group.
Hop on my shoulder. I always wanted a little pet. Just like squeakers.
That doesn't sound like a good idea.
I hope that that's better than squeakers.
Yeah, I was gonna say, watch out, Jumble. Squeakers didn't last long.
Okay. I think this is the best I can do for arrangement in order to have an escort
Yep.
thing going on.
Gives us an escort arrangement and puts me in the middle so that I can use my halfling feature to try and hide.
Okay. And then you're going to head out the door?
Yes.
Okay.
Natural 20 for stealth. Oh yeah.
Cool.
Nice.
You head out the door. It is raining heavily, and the sky is dark. You can see the gray specter of the sun beyond the clouds, and you know it must be rising toward its zenith. Let's see here. Did
I have a question
Mm-hmm.
about the illusion spell and rain together. I feel
valid-
like this is a useful
No,
valid
it's-
thing for me to know as a wizard.
Yeah. You know that the illusion spell creates nothing physical, so any place where you don't completely fill or overlap the illusion will be places where either, if you're smaller than the illusion, water just doesn't seem to bounce off of you, and if you're larger than it, water seems to ghostly bounce off outside of the illusion. And I think that it's reasonable that a wizard could make things appear damp as they need to, modifying the illusion, since that's a very small change, but you're not going to be able to fool actual raindrops.
I didn't think about the rain.
You were in a basement and you didn't know it was raining.
It is unfortunate. It is too bad the bird out here couldn't have told us that.
Let's try
I mean,
to
as long
not-
as we don't stay for close inspection,
yes,
we can
let's
probably
try
get
and-
through certain things.
No one asked the bird about the weather. They asked him about people.
It's like, hey, what's the weather up there?
Very little
Rain.
bird.
Yeah, so let's not try to walk too close to other troops. We also don't want to be questioned in case they speak in Underdark.
Undercommon.
Undercommon.
Are we just saying, like, advantage on their investigation check or something?
Yeah. It'll end up
So
being
if it's
something.
raining, I'd assume there's clouds covering up the
The sun?
sunlight.
Yeah.
That's just rude.
I gotta make it an even playing field.
Why are you already dead? Oh no, and it saved the state as well? It did. Sorry. Yes, overwrite.
I mean, I guess that's useful in some some conditions. Like if you want to just change the map or something.
Yeah.
Or copy players that's stunned or blinded or something like that.
Mm. So you come out. It's raining. It's raining pretty hard. You're pretty quickly getting very wet. Naravar just sort of sighs. Or you recognize the sound of his sigh, though you're not sure which drow he is. And this group is going to quickly move out from behind a building up to here, and then one of them was going to move forward and address the group directly and say, Varsek, Arasura!
Last line.
Well,
Someone has to speak up.
Out
Yasarena!
of character.
nobody can.
Out of character. Where's Ash?
Oh, I mean, I believe that Ash could be hidden by the illusion spell, because technically it's disguising physical appearance, and technically as
He's
an
a worn
that
item.
I'm attuned to, he is a worn item.
Considering he's on you and not floating about, yes.
I mean, you could always, like, tell him to turn his light off and stuff him in the backpack if you were concerned, which you probably should be.
I suppose that is a reasonable thing to have done.
It seems to be. Being that he would have been a brilliantly glowing orb among you, it would definitely have occurred to the party.
Yeah. Okay.
And he would not question this decision. He is intelligent.
Yeah.
So
Saranya!
Naravar is the one outest.
He he just sort of straightens himself up and raises a hand in a salute. Saranya?
Not a bad idea.
Is anybody else going to try something?
Somebody with charisma.
I'll try to bullshit something.
Okay. Alright. Tell me what you're trying to bullshit.
I speak Elvish.
Okay.
Can I try to bullshit something in Undercommon with any Elvish?
You may try.
I think it would be. I mean, yeah. I don't think I can interfere this without it being.
You may try.
Without it being too
Just
meta.
try something simple.
Okay.
I rolled a 16. What was I rolling?
You're rolling deception.
Deception. I'm good at deception. So that's a 28.
Okay. He's going to, like, turn away from the drow next to you and look directly at you, and you can see, like, this utter incomprehension cross his face, followed by worry. And he's going to turn back to the drow next to you and say, Utaramcha! Skarin! Skarin! And he's going to point at you and say, Faran? Farsaran!
Yeah, this didn't work.
I'm gonna
gonna
telepath to Skip and just say, "Get back here!" And like, what are the roofs of the buildings like?
What are the roofs of the buildings like? The town is pretty well built. Most of the structures around you are mortar and brick. So the roofs are either tiled or a form of shingle.
I'm gonna tell him to see if he can drop some tiles onto the other group of Drow. Try and cause a distraction.
I'm gonna speak up. I'm gonna say, for the sake of the Archmage, let's keep this in common. We are bringing her to the temple as commanded.
Okay. Roll that, roll persuasion.
This one isn't an idiot.
Persuasion, not deception.
I mean, you do want to go to the palace, and you do want to take the Archmage there.
And for her sake, the very least.
you get?
I was just turning on my lights so I could see the die. Let's see, persuasion, where the heck is that? Okay, so that's a +5. That's a 17.
Okay. He's going to kind of twist up his face and move a little closer into the group and say, "My coming not good. Take Archmage to palace."
Yes, that is our order.
Order raid house. Stop intruder.
There were no intruders.
Deception roll.
Ah, that die disappeared, so that is gone. Oof. 18.
Okay.
18 and oof.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, I have a deception on 9, man.
Oh, okay. Just very good at it.
No intruder. Mage say portal.
Mage lied.
Ha! We take palace. Tell Overlord.
It shall do.
We go, we go. He's going to move back toward his group, and he's going to move his hand in a circle above his head, and point back up the road north toward you. He's going to say, "Slasin! Sarin! Sarin! Palace!" The other soldiers are going to salute as a stamp a foot next to their main foot and straighten up. And they're going to begin moving up the road.
Yeah. I'm...
As they pass, he turns to you and says, "You come!"
Yeah, I'm gonna gesture to the rest that we are supposed to follow. And try to make it look like we're forcing Nalia as well.
Okay. You begin.
I said that thing about the roof tiles, right?
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
You
well, if
do
nothing
see
happens to this,
you
I'll
do
just-
see the bird come down on the building. I'll quickly draw something here.
I'm just asking because, you know, sometimes I forget I have push to talk.
Nope, you did. These guys were... Excuse you, I turned this on. These guys are gonna trot out and come up behind you. And you begin moving along the streets. The rain continues to pour around you and over you. And I will say that, now and again, the taller folks are getting strange looks, and you can hear the whispers and Undercommon around you. As you move through the city, you do see, you know, other patrols of Drow soldiers. All of them appear to be male, and each patrol appears to consist of 4 Drow.
As we move away from the area, I will telepath back to Skid. Okay, forget the roof tiles. Just follow us discreetly.
I couldn't move them. They're stuck. Humanoid buildings are well made.
That's fine. We're canceling that plan anyway.
Put these guys out in the water, or I don't have to deal with them.
Dead and drowning.
Drowning.
Oh God!
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
You are terrible people.
Just for my curiosity, Vindar, what's your passive perception?
25.
Then I even beat Vindar's passive perception, so no one in the group knows where I'm at either. There's no somewhere in this mess.
I mean, they can't tell which one is you, but it's not like you're invisible. You're not invisible. If they wanted to hit you, they would have a hard time of it, because you're basically bobbing and weaving between larger creatures, but because of your image, honestly, the image is going to make the... Are you sure you want to be doing that?
Doing what?
Hiding, using your halfling hiding ability.
Would my character be aware of any reason that would be less than advantageous?
Roll Arcana.
Got a high roll. Let's see what that adds up to. 21.
Okay, so based on the description that Leah was giving you, it would mean that you could not really vouch for where your image would be appearing, since you now appear bigger than you are by a foot. Which is almost a third of your height.
Yeah. That's a fair point. Then I guess I'm not hiding.
I don't think you want no clip on right now.
So maybe you'll roll on that 20 on hide again.
Because while you'd be able to conceal yourself attacking somebody this way, it's not going to be hidden at all to someone just looking on and be like, why is that soldier clipping into the other soldier?
Well, then I hope they just don't notice, because I'm short and they'll just be looking over my head.
This game really needs to be patched.
Yeah.
Should have just made me a foot shorter instead. It's making it harder to see.
You are now 2-point-something feet tall. Again, so each time that a Drow soldier is passed, there is an exchange by the front and rear escort of your entourage. You're not sure what exactly is being said, but there seem to be some grunts, acknowledgements, and as they pass, they seem to sneer specifically at Nalia. She seems very uncomfortable.
I mean, she's an elf, they're a drow. This is no surprise.
So this whole time you have been moving up and around this river, which separates this tall, 3-story building. It's 2 stories tall, and then there's another story in the center that rises higher, turreted on the corners, and turreted again out here on the corners, rising over the city. And so that is clearly visible to you as you're moving around this way. There are no buildings here. It is open space.
Did we have a map last time we were here?
Did you have a map? You didn't have this map. You had my hand-drawn map.
Okay. I was wondering. I just didn't remember this.
Well, the map looked like this.
Yeah.
So, this is the palace. I tried to recreate it as best I could. It has the guard towers in the four corners, the bridge. This is the river around it, into the bay with the boats, and this is Nalia's mansion here. And this was the money changer next door. So, there's that. Like I said, I was doing my best to recreate it. I think I did a pretty good job. Okay. So there's going to be an exchange with these guards here. And the exchange goes on a little longer than I expected, and finally this guy comes back around, and he, kind of trying to lean around, figure out who he had been talking to before, and he looks at Leah, and he says, "Guards say no schedule." Whose order?
Human leader. 7. Yes?
No order, 7! Roll initiative!
Oh, not 7.
Yeah, once they referred to them as overlords, someone told me 7 might not be the one in power anymore.
Yeah.
But I couldn't say anything. This train had no brakes or speed bumps.
Yeah,
continue.
honestly, I'm surprised we made it as far as we did before the Senate fight.
I continue my wonderful initiative roll.
I'm gonna throw a squirrel at them, and it's gonna turn into something bigger.
Hopefully. You get a fastball special Jebble over there?
Absolutely.
Alright, just be aware,
I'll
Jebble,
throw
you've
a
only got
squirrel and
1
just turn into
point,
a
so you
fucking
couldn't
bear.
turn into an elemental.
So, Raiken, you might not be lost for once.
We'll see.
I've rolled the die 3 times, and it has come up 11 on die every time.
Oh god. Poor Leah.
I'm confused.
I posted
on
in the
what-
wrong channel.
Goodness
Yeah.
gracious. But this is why I kept the combat music going, because the whole area is hostile, so it's all technically, combat could break out at any time, and I didn't want to be populating the list.
With non-combat.
Yeah, I didn't want to have to do that now. Alright,
I guess better have the combat happen close to the castle than earlier on, so we would have to fight our way up here.
Well,
Excuse me,
Yeah,
sorry.
it's too bad
this-
so many other groups started following us and stuff, because now there's like 10 of them right here.
hey, this just means Fireball will be more effective.
Oh,
Okay.
goodness.
You would fireball us too.
Alright, alright.
No,
Hey, no strategizing right now. Alright,
Okay.
Vendar.
21.
21. My beard guys didn't roll so hot this time. Leah.
Natural 1.
Nice. Cyrus.
12.
12. Lair.
8,
Nice.
which I think was my initiative roll last time.
12 last time.
Okay. I did well last time.
Jebel.
11.
Same as last time. Yukikaze.
15.
15. Raiken.
10.
I mean, not as bad as last
I
time.
know, but just so close. He almost was over half the group.
Alright.
Sadly, I think the enemies go first.
They're all going at like 14 probably.
Alright, let's see here. The 15 from Yuki moves to here. isn't so bad, it seems. Well, looks like everything's correct. Copy that. Initiative. Oof. Done. There we go. Yeah, like, it was a cool plan. Unfortunately, eventually, it I mean, I didn't know if it was going to fall through or not, so I had to see where it would go.
I mean,
Yeah, the fact that no one spoke Undercommon was a big problem.
yeah.
Yeah.
I really thought it would bite you in the ass a lot sooner.
Yeah, me
Yeah,
too.
I thought it would go down in flames as soon as I start trying to talk Elvish to him.
Yeah, but your deception was high, so they thought you'd been hit in the head.
I mean, who's to say he hasn't?
All right.
Hilarious. On
So,
the stairs on the way out.
he is going to quickly issue a bunch of orders in Undercommon after he says no order 7, and you're going to see all of them are going to ready their weapons, so you know you're in combat. But as far as I know, well, Vendar, you're first. So you had a bow. In order to maintain the illusion, would you have slung that, or do you have it in your hand? And remember that you can draw it as part of an attack action.
I probably would have slung it over my shoulder.
Okay, well, you did say that you wanted to fastball.
I do really want to fastball Jebel
Okay.
at enemies so that he can turn into something bigger as he gets.
All
I
right.
want to throw a squirrel and it to turn into a bear.
Okay. So, how
If you throw a
about
squirrel-
you?
Actually,
We'll handle it this way. He's significantly later than you in initiative. You could use a prepared action to throw him when he changes. So you wouldn't be able to throw him until his turn when he changes.
Okay with it.
Okay.
Are there any buildings around us, or is this all just like empty?
Yeah, sorry. Let me pull up my other map real quick. So, this road north of you, these are all, like, market buildings, so it's a hodgepodge of, like, permanent structures and non-permanent structures and empty spaces for non-permanent structures. It's a big, so, like, this entire area here, this whole huge triangular zone, is the market district of Volinar, so it's just a whole bunch of, like, alleys and temporary streets in through here. So let me just throw a few buildings here for you to use for combat. And we'll make them green just like they were in Tuca.
Yeah, because green on green really pops.
I'm using the neon barf green.
I was just going to say that if you throw a squirrel at these guys, all that's going to happen is you're going to hit them with a squirrel, while a very confused rat is just out on their shoulders.
That's
what you
I wasn't
said,
sure
yeah.
where you were going with this. I was about to say, well, we can do some special, then I realized you were talking about the squirrel.
That's right. There is a squirrel though. Where is that guy? They're the wrong one.
Tristan,
Yeah.
would my hex still be active cross encounters?
How long does it last? At 5th level,
Um,
it's 24 hours or something, isn't it?
Yeah, 24 hours.
Okay, so when it says that you can move it to a new target when the old one drops to 0. Well, what happens if there are no new targets to move it to? Doesn't it
It
end?
doesn't say.
I mean, well, may I enter my 5 cents or should I stay out?
I will listen to your 5 cents.
My understanding of it would be is that when a new target drops, you can then move it to a new target, so long as it's still under the duration. But if you're trying to use it for, like, it's the fact that it can make someone's ability checks sucky, then you'd have to like kill them to be able to move it to a new target.
So the spell text says, if the target drops to zero hit points before the spell ends,
Yep.
you can use a bonus action on a subsequent turn of yours to
Okay.
proceed.
See, that's important. Subsequent could mean any time.
Yeah.
And it is within the duration.
As long as you're maintaining concentration on the spell.
Right. So, would we
I
have
haven't
been
been causing
maintaining
any-
concentration?
I haven't been causing any other concentration spells
It's true. It's true.
or taking damage, so I would say yeah.
Okay. I'll allow it.
Okay. That saves me a spell slot. And a Hellish Rebuke or something like that.
So, like, the most immediate buildings in the market district are going to be like this. These big holes are very obvious, like, lots for people to, like, pull in a wagon or set up a big tent. And some of these other smaller ones are just tents that are set up. And again, it's raining right now, which means that ranged attacks have disadvantage.
Oh, that sucks.
Weather effects!
So,
All range attacks or weapon range attacks?
Weapon range attacks.
so that building just north of us,
I'll double check.
is it like...
The building just north of us.
Can I hide in that and still get a sight line to throw jubble? Or is the building like a... Like, what is that? Is it a tent, or is it like a building, or...
The building north of you is a permanent structure, which means you'd have to go through the door. And I would say that if you go in, you can hide, meaning if people can't beat your hide check with their perception, it means your attack will be unseen, but they still would have seen you run in there, especially if you have to open the door. So they might... You know that they might choose to just enter the building after you.
Does the building have windows?
Yes.
They probably have glass or something in them, though, right?
Yes. It's, it looks, like really stylized glass, very similar to a lot of the windows you were seeing in Tuca. They were probably imported.
So what's south of us?
Nothing. This front area in front of the palace is kept clear of buildings, so it's lawn, basically. It's just a big open lawn. And this one is also a big open lawn down this side. This one is odd, because this one is not a lawn. It has the Archmage's Mansion and the Money Changer, the Cambist. I was looking up something. Right, I was trying to find out if weather affects magic spells. Weather. Control weather. Weather. DMG. Alright, it's heavy rainfall. Everything within an area of heavy rainfall is lightly obscured, and creatures in the area have disadvantage on perception checks that rely on sight. Heavy rain also extinguishes open flames and imposes disadvantage on perception checks that rely on hearing. Lightly obscured. It really needs to be lightly obscured. Rules: lightly obscured. Vision and light. In a lightly obscured area, such as dim light, patchy fog, or moderate foliage, creatures have disadvantage on perception checks that rely on sight. That's all it says. It only says checks. It doesn't say anything about attacks.
Heavy wind affects.
Right,
Rain.
which, yeah. And rain is going to bring that. I'm going to... Because it's heavy rainfall, it's going to have the same effect on ranged attacks as heavy wind. So let me look up heavy wind. Let's see, because that probably doesn't affect magic. Heavy wind. With. No, not with. Wind. Oh, God, why? Wind. Why? Why are you difficult? Alright, back to weather. Water. No. I clicked the wrong one. Heat, precipitation, high altitude, ground, frigid, quicksand, reservoir, within ice, foraging, food and water. Strong wind. Imposes disadvantage on ranged weapon attacks. Strong wind also extinguishes open flames, disperses fog, and makes flying by non-magical means nearly impossible. A flying creature in a strong wind must land at the end of its turn or fall. Okay. Yeah. Sure. Alright. So, it is quite stormy out here, and getting worse as you walk.
And since we're full on surrounded by these guys, I can't, like, run around the building.
Unless you find a path that stays away from them to do it, they would, or you could, disengage, which would allow you to move past them without attacks of opportunity.
But I couldn't disengage, hide, and throw trouble.
No, so what you have on your turn in order to throw Jebble is a move action and nothing else, because you need, and a bonus action actually, you need your action to prepare to throw Jebble, and then you need your reaction on your subsequent, on his turn to throw him. So you can use an action, or a move action and a bonus action right now. Sorry, I had to make sure that I had the rules right. I wanted to find the rules I wanted to use.
This is not a great area to fight.
It's almost like that's what you want outside of the, like, fortress that is the center of a city.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Almost.
Maybe we should have taken care of these guys before we wandered up here.
Oh well, we burned that bridge.
Yeah, that's too late.
Which was impressive since it's raining so hard.
We are very skilled.
Now, did you say I could go into the building and still throw Jebble at...
Yeah, you would use your bonus action to open the door to get inside.
Oh. So there's no way for me to hide this turn and still be able to throw Jebble, huh?
I mean, unless you provoke.
I believe that opening a door is an incidental action in certain contexts. Let me see what those are.
I think it counts as part of another action, like drawing a weapon, but I wouldn't think that you could open a door, draw a weapon.
Yeah, I know what you mean. That's what was going through my head, too. Let me be fair about it and find it, though. Player's Handbook. I mean, you could also choose to just throw him from where you stand once his turn comes around.
That might be what I have to do.
Find door. Other activity on your turn. You can interact with one object or feature of the environment for free during either your move or your action. For example, you could open a door during your move as you stride toward a foe, or you could draw your weapon as part of the same action you use to attack. So yes, you could utilize your move action's free action to open the door and still have your bonus action.
Okay, so I could hide inside the door and then throw Jebble on his turn.
Yeah. For argument's sake, we'll say the door is here.
Okay, I want to do that then.
Okay. So, you move inside, that's 10 feet, then what? you open the door, and within there is a many racks of furs and leathers that have been made into either fully into jackets and pants or are at some level of on their way toward that shape. And as you throw the door open and come in, there does appear to be an NPC inside, a halfling behind the counter who like kind of puts his hands down and leans up and says, "Ah, yes, hello. I didn't expect a customer in this weather."
That's gonna end bad for him. I'm gonna.
Does Vendar still look like a drow?
Yes.
Until Leah uses an action to dismiss it.
Oh, did she?
Can I?
I don't believe it is an action on your part to dismiss the illusion.
Okay.
I don't believe you've said that you've done that. So,
So, I didn't expect a customer in this weather. Never mind. He's going to shrink down behind the counter and say, "Please, I've already paid."
a customer in this with
Unless you said to dismiss it sooner. Yeah?
So is there a counter or boxes, anything near the door that I could hide behind?
I will drop in a couple little dots here. Make them not also green. There's like these, clothing, wooden racks that are holding up, fabrics and, leathers. And he himself is behind a counter here. It's the kind of thing where you can sort of squeeze through and wander and look at all the things hanging around the rack.
Yeah, so can I hide in the rack?
So you've gone 10. You can get here. And you would be partially concealed. It would definitely, allow you to hide there.
Okay.
So, bonus action hide.
Yep. I got 23.
23, okay. So, 7, 11, 12, 13, 14, 19, 20, 23, and 24. That's interesting how I filled that in. Okay. I just need to quickly... Oh, boy. Oh. Here we go. Didn't still have the page up. That was strange. There we go. Yes, I know. You've got more than one page and you're unhappy about it. Oh, it's 32 pages. Alright. Where are we? Here we are. Okay, let's see here. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 19, 20, and 23, 24, 21, 22, 21, 23, 24. Okay. Cool. This is a lot of guys. Sure you guys are gonna be okay?
No, but do we have a choice?
I mean, yeah, the choice is that I get to be that cleric. Bureaucracy for the
We get to start our cleric team.
The situation is somewhat unfortunate.
Raiken, do the thing!
Time for a climax.
It's not
song.
as no.
But you
It's not
killed
his
them
day
all!
yet. It's not his day yet.
Goodness gracious.
I mean, if you keep avoiding it until
Alright.
it's the right time might never come.
Alright, sorry about that. So. There we go. Alright, next is Yukikaze.
Well, there goes everything.
You are here.
Real quick. Take 2 seconds thinking. Yeah, there's no reason with these guys, and they're also Drow. Screw it, they're dead. Alright.
Hold on, let me rationalize this to myself. Fuck them. Okay, I'm good.
Alright, so keys, main hand. Subaru's offhand. And then I need. That's what I need. These and these. Oh no, I should do that. Okay. So I'm gonna move closest to the closest guy right next to me that's by the door. Or like right next to me. So yeah, just the one that's
The one we've been talking to then, Triton.
yeah. Yeah, he seems like their leader anyways. Shouting orders. So, you know, leaders go first. Sorry. Sorry, bro.
Which one of these drow have the biggest hats?
It's definitely this guy over here.
Okay.
It's got plumage.
Oh, man.
So,
Okay, it must be important.
first attack is 19.
19 on 14. 14. It's gonna hit.
Alright, and that's gonna be 6, 4.
You move into melee range, drop both weapons simultaneously, and just bring them down.
So that's 10 magical piercing. And then the next attack is 15.
15 will miss.
Okay.
He manages to deflect your weapon away as he realizes that the arm holding the weapon doesn't quite match up with where the weapon is hitting.
Oh wait, I need to change the dice real quick. Dice. Okay.
Like, his eyes bug out. He looks wildly at you as he's trying to figure out where your weapon actually is.
Dice, you're betraying me. So, the next hit's probably gonna miss because it's only a 12.
That'll miss.
Alright, and then Subaru's gonna be a 19.
Okay, a 19 will hit.
And that's 10 non-magical slashing.
10 non-magical slashing. Alright.
And then because I like to poke and swing with my longsword, I'm gonna have fun and trip attack him.
Okay. Yeah, he does not seem to resist the damage of the non-magical weapon at all.
And I need my D10 for that real quick. D10. Bam. Ooh, 8 extra damage on that attack. And he has to strength save. Or no, yeah, strength save.
Okay, he got a 12.
Fails.
Okay.
He is now prone, and that's it for me. Because I'm going to stay clustered in the group. I'm not going to push out.
When he stands up, are you going to say something witty like, "Did you have a nice trip?"
Oh, it is his turn
Rude.
next.
Alright, stay. He's prone. Alright. It's their turn. They begin to advance on the group by ranks. From the ground, he just says, "Fakton! Asakun! Asu! Asan!" And they begin moving in, leveling weapons at you. Some carry spear, some carry swords. So, we'll start with the lowest numbers first. So, 7's going to move up and thrust a spear at Naravar, which is grand. Ba-ba-ba. Okay, that is going to miss. It's a good roll, but it missed. 8. It's going to move in a more circuitous path and thrust a spear at Raiken.
How dare he?
Does not do well. Gets a 17.
That was going to miss.
Okay. 9 is going to move in at the oddly short Drow. And he's see, like he steps in and raises his this long sword over you, and he looks down. He just looks really confused for a second. Then just this rage enters his eyes, and he just brings the sword down at you. And that is going to be a 22 to hit.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Okay. You will take sorry. I'm looking at this and I'm like, not really. Okay. It's going to deal 6 points of non-magical slashing damage. And 9 points of poison damage.
Alright. 6 and 9.
There's no extra save against the poison, it's just applied to the weapon.
Alright. Shame. I do good against poisons.
Do you have resistance to poison?
No, I don't, but like I just have a high con save, so I
okay.
do well against them.
Alright, just checking. Alright, then this one's going to move in.
Other kind of halfling, I'd have resistance to poison.
This one is also sword and shield, and he is going to attack Leah. So many guys. Oh, 25.
Yeah, that hits.
Your emergency shield.
It activates, but I don't think it's. Yeah, it won't be enough.
Okay.
But I'm gonna take a look at it anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it puts me to 18, so no.
Okay. Excuse me. Yeah. Please take 10 points of. Is that right? Yeah. 10 points of non-magical slashing damage.
Okay.
And 15 points of poison damage.
Yeah, no, I'm immune to poison.
Oh, you are? That's right.
Yeah, I have the patent.
Excellent, excellent. Take no points of poison damage.
Or is that for IF, I guess.
Alright, so that was 10. Yep.
Oh, yeah, and he's gonna have a hellish rebuke
Okay.
activated on them.
Alright, so that is soldier 10.
He spontaneously combust.
Okay. damage?
That 60 tens. That's quite a number. Let's see.
And get 60.
I mean, I hope it's quite the number. You've only got so many spell slots to use on it.
Burn them up.
I believe this was your.
serious,
I
like-
believe this was your last spell slot. Isn't that right?
It was.
Okay.
Yeah. That is 6. Now, let's see. There are at least 110 in there. Let's see. That's exactly 40 points of fire damage.
40 points. Nice. So he strikes you with his sword. You're immune to the poison on it, and suddenly this jet of flame lances its way, wrapping around the blade of his sword, and catches onto his hand, and then spreads across his body, almost like a shot of lightning more than fire. And he goes, "Ah!" and just engulfed in flame. He's dancing around before you, immolating. He's not dead, but he is bloodied. 40 points.
This is what pain feels like.
Somewhat
Yeah.
maternal.
It was pretty nice. It was only one die that was below average, so it was a pretty good roll. No, I could just as well keep those dice out.
Okay, so 11. 11's going to come up and drive a short sword at Yukikaze.
Yes.
Frig off!
Nope.
Frick off.
Okay, that is a 26 to hit.
Oh, dang.
Oh, that's yeah.
They
That's,
just,
got some
like, each
high
time I roll, they roll a little bit higher than the last guy. It's really funny. They're going up by, like, 1 point on the die each time.
Alright, what are you gonna do to me?
Okay.
Freaking poison me?
It is 8 points of non-magical slashing damage.
What element is the armor currently attuned to?
I'm sorry, it's not 8 points. Excuse me. It's 9 points of non-magical piercing damage. And yeah, it was last acid, wasn't it? Because you were fighting the Black Dragon?
Yeah, so we'll say it's still acid. I think that's a fair assessment.
Alright, but remember that that was 2 days ago. If you haven't changed it since then, you can change it.
Yeah, but see, now I know what they have, and it just feels like cheating.
But that could be why you change it. Like, this one will hit you, and then you'll be like, ah, poison, you can change it to poison.
I could just... That just sounds broken.
No, you can change it
You can
once.
do
You can change it once a day.
It's just... Okay.
So
Alright.
you take the damage now, and then what you could spend whatever action it is.
Yeah, I'm checking what action it is.
On your turn or any subsequent turn. Be like, oh yeah, poison. That's a bad.
I want to be fair. I don't want to just be like, oh yeah, well I know it's there, now I'm just gonna get it. No. But if it is something I can actively change in combat quickly, and I just got hit by the poison, realizing, oh shit, poison, I like that. I will accept that.
I mean, so far the DM says it's fair.
Yeah, I'm saying that you'll get hit with the poison and you'll say, ah, I can see they're using it. You could say, oh, they're using poison, and you know that you can switch your armor to poison. We shall call it a... It doesn't... I never had it listed because it was always something that I figured people would do
Do you
at the
want
beginning of the
me
day.
to consume my reaction and I could do it right now?
Did you... You didn't need to use a reaction for your maneuver you just used, so you still have a reaction, right?
Correct.
Yeah, I was thinking a reaction seemed like the good one to go with. I'm going to write it down. Yes.
Alright, so we'll consume a reaction. I'll take the first set of poison damage, and then I'll consume a reaction to change it to poison.
That's fine. Alright, I've added it to my document. So now it is a reaction. That should always have had an action, but again, I didn't think far enough ahead. And it wasn't. It was only once before an issue.
So what is my poison?
Right. So I said it was 9 points of non-magical piercing. And 17 points of poison.
Ugh. Alright then. Alright. And I have no reaction now. All set.
Alrighty. 13 is going to reach his spear past... Actually, he doesn't actually have to. He could just stab Laramitis with a spear.
He could. I mean, it's rude. But, like, he could.
Rolled an 18 on die last time. This one's a 19 on die.
Okay, well, I mean, at least it isn't a 20 on die.
It's true.
But I believe that he will hit me.
Okay. So that's going to be 11 points of non-magical piercing damage. And 15 points of poison damage.
Okay. My shield is a beautiful, beautiful thing.
It is.
Which is currently at 3 hit points.
So as he jabs in at you, all of a sudden this translucent red partial dome blocks the spear and absorbs the damage from it. He can't quite get it to your skin, and he just sort of blinks at you and blinks at the tip of his spear for a moment. Farsuk? And then this guy, 12, he has an option. He's also got a spear. He could attack Raiken, or he could attack Lair.
Oh, so many options.
High is Lair. Oh, it's Lair.
No.
Here comes the 20.
Most of my shield, though.
It's been 17, 18, and 19. Are we going to get 20 this time? We got a 2.
That's different.
Does a 10
half of that number?
Does a 10 hit you?
A 10 does not hit.
So he thrusts in and misses.
He hits the other guy's spear.
Farsuk? Okay. So that was 12. Oh, I did 13 and then 12. My bad. Oh well. This guy is going to stand up using half his movement and attack with his Schwartz swords. What am I looking for there? I know I'm looking for something.
Shorty sword.
Yup. Alright, Malachi. You knocked him down, and now he got a 12.
No.
And a 22.
Aw, that means he wins because he ties it. That's bullcrap.
I'm so sorry. 5 points of non-magical piercing damage. And 13 points of poison damage, which you are now resistant to, so you take 6 points.
Alright.
Alright. Soldier 19 here is going to get a... he's going to back up into the grass. And he's going to draw a bow. And he's going to shoot at Raiken.
How dare you?
He rolled a 20 and a 15, so that's a 23 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. That's going to be 10 points of non-magical piercing damage. And then 20 is going to repeat that action. They become harder to see as they move into the, as they move farther away into the falling hazy rain. Around you, you just hear the clinking of metal, of the metal nearest you, the calling in Undercommon of the Drow soldiers, and the plop and splat of raindrops around you. That's going to be a 13 on his arrow as it just falls short and clatters off the flagstones at your feet.
Mike's just gonna look at the arrow, look at him, look at the arrow, look back at him.
Gonna pick up the arrow and stab him with it.
Yeah. Alright. 23 and 24 are going to try to do the same. Another 23.
So that'll hit.
Okay. That is 8 points of non-magical piercing damage.
Alright.
Some of these guys are rolling well on their disadvantage. 20 and a 3. So that 3's not going to hit.
No.
Alright, so another one clatters across the ground near you. You couldn't even see its source. Like, you just see you look out and you realize that there are just these shadowy silhouettes down the road from you that these arrows are coming from. Okay, I think that's everybody from their side who's going to attack. Yep. Lots of enemies. So, Cyrus, you're up, finally.
Yay! Fireball!
This dude stabbed you. Where's it gonna be?
It's gonna be on the right side, hitting the 5 over there.
Now, let me think. That is... what, 40 by 40?
I believe so. I'm double checking. It is a 20-foot radius sphere.
Okay. We'll call that 40 by 40. So there is an explosion of magical flame. They all have to make reflex saves, dexterity saving throws.
And I'm gonna make it a 5th level spell, just to try and get this over with quickly.
Okay. Let's see here. Dex saves. Oof, we're good at those. Okay, that's a 25 for the first guy. Who is 14? The second guy.
Far too young to be doing this.
Huh?
Said he's 14. Far too young to be doing this.
17. Does a 17 pass?
I believe it does. One moment. It does.
Okay, so these two succeed. 13.
Fail.
No, number 13.
Ah, sorry.
Number 13 got a 26. So he succeeded.
We're going with Shatter.
Number 12 got a 20. And number 20 got a 25. All of them rolled up. Almost all of them rolled above 20 total.
Which means it's not even possible for my save to be that high.
Yeah. But, what's the damage they take half of?
It is 38.
38, so half of that. 17, 18, 19. 19. I mean, that's still about almost 100 damage you just did.
Yeah. It's not bad overall, but still, it would have been nice if somebody failed.
14 is here. Takes 19 points of damage. He is on his last legs and visibly struggling. 11 takes 19 points of
Probably is not a
damage.
fan of fire at this point.
I think he's not. 13 takes 19 points of damage. 12 takes 19 points of damage. And 20 takes 19 points of damage. So, for everybody except 14, that was the first time they'd taken damage. It's a good start.
And I'm gonna burn a first level spell slot to build up some sorcery points.
Okay. So that's your bonus action?
Yep.
Okay. So, après Cyrus is Jebel, which means fastball special.
Who are you asking?
I mean, both of you, technically. Vendor, it is now Jebel's turn. You pitch him out the door. You take the rat off your shoulder and just curl it into your palm of your good hand and just throw it at the face of the guy standing outside the door.
Yay!
You don't have to deal with the range, so just make an improvised ranged attack roll, which is just basically a dex check. So d20 plus dex.
Okay, 20.
20, nice. Okay, that guy is 10. 10 definitely doesn't have 20 AC. So, rat lands squarely on his face. What do you turn into, Jebel? Are you turning into something?
Have I ever seen an elephant?
That'd be awesome.
That's a very good question. I didn't describe any out in the desert, but given the size and power of Tuca, it's possible that they had one. I'm going to roll a d10, pick 3 numbers. Between
You want me
1 and 10. Pick 3 numbers between 1 and 10.
2, 6, and 8.
2, 6, 8. It came up an 8. You did happen to see an elephant in Tuca.
Yay!
Which means I now have to pull up an elephant image. Kinda wish I had an image of an elephant in a city. Okay.
A huge beast.
Where did it put it? Should be right here.
Do you change shape in the air or after you landed on them?
Just a sec. Considering how close he is to the building, it would have to be landing on him. Otherwise, I'd be an elephant inside the shop.
Those are very hard to throw.
Okay, fair.
Yeah.
Hey,
Okay. So, you pitch him out the door, and he hits the first guy, and then BAF! Explodes into being an elephant. I'm gonna just put you over here for now, Jeb. Alright. So, we are going to have them make dexterity saving throws, I think. Very high, and very high. Wow, the lowest was a 20. They're really good at dexterity saving throws.
Damn.
It's okay. So they're going to get shoved back. Like this. And you're very big. So we're going to say that they take half of 30 points of damage, so 15. And they are 10, 9, and 7. 10, 9, and 7. Oops, excuse me. I don't like that my minus key doesn't work. I have to use the hyphen. And 7. Okay, so, fun fact. 10 who got hit directly in the face with a mouse that then exploded into a elephant on top of him. Super dead. Pancake City.
Yes.
And it's a ranged attack. So,
So there isn't a way to pull your punch on that one.
I'll throw it right out there, and then there's squished trowel all over his butt.
That guy
I
didn't have a very good
suppose
time. He attacked someone, his poison didn't work, he combusted into flames, then got hit by a fireball, then got hit by an elephant.
That's exactly what I was hoping for.
Not that guy's day.
Yeah.
he has had a doozy of a
A
day.
doozy of a day. They're just, like, they get thrown back, clearly injured by the expanding elephant in front of them. You know, landing on the ground, they saved, so they're not prone, so they land on their feet outside the square, except for the dead dude. And they're just like, Asak down! Asak down! Clearly confused by what's going on.
As they should be.
Okay, Jevil, you have changed into an animal, which I believe is a bonus action.
Yep.
So you still have an action and a movement.
I am going to attack the leftmost one.
The leftmost one here, number 9. Alright, roll it.
Uh, 14.
14 on him. He's armored. That will miss. Does the elephant do anything else? Multi-attack, perhaps?
Doesn't get a multi-attack.
Okay. You have a movement if you want to use it, or you can pass turn. Does it have a trample?
Yeah, I'm gonna end there. No, it's got like a charge attack, but like I have to move
Okay.
away.
Alright, good to know. Alright, you are there. Your HP and AC and stats are of the elephant, so you're keeping track of that. After Jebel is Raiken!
Ha Raiken will move to the right.
Boom.
And then he will use Hunter's Mark. And he will mark the one that's diagonal of him to the south.
Okay.
And then he will attack that person.
He will attack the one to the south.
Yeah.
Got it.
Huzzah! Alright. His first attack is a 23.
A 23 to hit number 12. That will hit.
Okay. And then let's...
It's weird. I know none of them has an AC higher than 20, but I always have to like go check and be like, yes, 23 is higher than 14. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. I need that. And then I am going to... He's going to use his Divine Smite.
Okay. Did you tell me the initial damage, or are you waiting?
No.
Okay.
I was getting everything ready first.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure I hadn't missed something.
No. Okay, so the initial damage... with Hunter's Mark is a very crappy 4. 4 damage.
4.
And then with Divine Smite.
How is it 4 with Hunter's Mark?
Oh, sorry.
4 was the Hunter's Mark?
No. I forgot to add
The D6.
the straight damage.
Oh.
I only did the rolls, so it's 9, sorry.
That's significantly better than 4.
And then with Divine Smite,
More than 100% better. It's 125%.
7 radiant damage.
7 points of radiant damage. Alright. He's bloodied.
And then I'll attack again.
Okay.
And that should hit because it is a 22.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, this time he won't use Divine Smite.
Okay, and also you don't get Hunter's Mark, right? Because that's just once per turn.
I
I believe Hunter's Mark states that once per turn when you hit an enemy, you can deal extra damage.
Until the spell ends, you deal an extra 1d6 damage whenever you
Oh,
attack.
okay, cool. Then yeah, deal the Hunter's Mark again on this hit too.
This time it is in total 11 points of non-magical silvered slashing damage.
Not bad. Still standing, but doesn't look like he really wants to be.
And that will be Raiken's turn.
I should put little markers on them. That's not a good marker. Wanted something... Stop. Nope, that's worse. I hate that one too. Sorry, I was just trying to find like a little dot, but they're just marked as other. It's like, Okay, that works. It's just the basic other. And then 14, I think? Yeah. There we go. A little red dot means they're bloodied. Yep, that's everybody. Okay.
Did you mark the right one?
Nope. You're right, I didn't. This one. Boom. Sorry about that. Okay.
Alright.
Sorry.
You're good.
What is that? What are you? You're done. Okay. Raiken Laramendis.
How long does Ash's sunlight last for?
It should be 1 minute. I think. Where are you, my little Sion? Five minutes of conversation. Gradually emits light. Ash can mimic sunlight for 1 minute. Yeah, 1 minute.
Okay, cool. I am going to grab Ash and ask if he could make some sunlight.
Okay. So you let Ash out of the bag.
Yep.
And he bursts forth sunlight in a 20-foot radius around you. Token layer. Square. I do this. Boom. Bam. So, that orange area is sunlight. Cool.
And I believe that's my action.
To remove him from the bag. He is sapient, and so wouldn't require you to actually handle him out of the bag.
I thought it was an action to have him use the sunlight. I could be remembering wrong.
It's a reaction.
It's a reaction.
Yeah, it says the scholar must spend a reaction in ordering Ash to do this.
I planned for that to be my action.
Do you need a reaction for something else?
Oh my gosh, what am I going to do now?
Reactions are important to wizards, which is why this is a reaction.
I do like having shield.
Mm-hmm. So now it's a choice.
I am definitely doing that.
Okay.
I'm just saying I hadn't planned on a separate action.
Yeah. Okay.
So I need a second to determine if I'm casting a spell or using a cantrip.
Chill touch.
I mean, none of them seem to be healing.
Ray of Frost. I'm just teasing, since those are the spells you often cast.
I mean, those are my only damaging
Cantrips. I don't know. There's a lot of guys here. Is it time for a spell? Who knows what lies inside the castle? The fortress.
Dun, dun, dun.
The keep.
I think I am going... There's the bloody one. I will cast a second level magic missile. And I'm going to start with the one bloody one that's north of me.
Okay.
Missiles do I get for them?
So, 1d4 plus 4?
Yep. That's
Or 1d4
missiles.
plus 1, excuse me?
Yeah. First missile is 2.
2 on number 14
Another
will not
2.
kill him.
So, another 2.
Okay, now he's dead.
Okay, cool. I switch to the next bloody one and switch dice as well.
He had 3 HP.
That one is a 3.
Okay, he's not dead.
I mean, that's one more than what you had.
He had 4 HP.
And then another 3.
Okay, so that's 4. That's all the missiles for a level 2 magic missile, right?
Yep.
Yeah, they didn't like you, I'm sorry. Both times your first missile knocked them to 1 HP.
Yep.
So
I mean,
sorry.
it happens.
I'm
Taking
so
down
sorry.
2 of them and giving sunlight is decent.
Oh, yes.
Oh, damn.
Oh, man. That
I
was
just
funny,
realized You wouldn't have had to use a magic missile on him.
I wouldn't have.
I forgot my improved divine smite.
Please.
What?
Tell me what improved divine smite would have dealt in damage. He had 4 HP left.
Okay, well, it would have hit him twice.
On each hit.
So
1d8 twice.
First one was 3 damage.
Okay.
Second one was 1 damage.
That is
So exactly enough. Good gosh. Okay, I'm going to make him 0. Would you have killed him or knocked him out?
Oh, he'd be dead.
Okay. So you have 2 missiles that you can put on somebody else.
I would have gone at... Is the one in the... like, the bottom row of the fireball, was that one shooting?
He was shooting arrows, yeah.
Okay, I'll hit him.
Okay.
For my 6.
Okay. He is number 20. Number 20 takes 6 points of damage. Alright, he is bloodied.
Oh, wow. Oof. Already. Oh, I guess he had fireball, that's why. He got fireballed.
Yeah. It does tend to hurt things.
Sadly, for only 19 points of damage.
Okay. Nalia's turn. She is there. How does this work in this edition?
Depends what it is.
Okay, approximately the same. Only now it's a first level spell. Okay. So she is going to... I almost tried to grab the mini, like, the OBS image of her. She is going to move here. And she is going to cast Thunder Wave, which is going to hit this area here, catching these 2 guys. She's gonna cast that at, I believe, 2nd level. Yeah, that's a good idea. Cast it at 2nd level. They have to, let's see, on a failed save, they must make a con saving throw. Alright. Drow. Con. They're pretty good at con. That is a 21. And another 21. Man.
They're very good at con.
They're just really good at rolling high. Like, it is constantly, like, around 15.
So, I guess now I know what the guard fight felt like.
I mean, you're getting a little bit of a taste of it. They're not, twice your level with more feats than you.
Fair enough.
So yeah, her DC on that is 17, so 21 beats that. So, on a successful save, the creature takes half as much damage but isn't pushed. So, half of 3d8. 3d8. Could have been better. 12. They each take 6 points of damage and are not pushed. So she's going to step forward and take the staff that she was holding, the rod that she was holding, and smash the end of it down on the ground in front of her, and it's going to create this concussive force and a thunderous clap, like a roll of thunder happens right next to you guys. And you see the Drow, like, throw up their arms and try to hold their ground as this invisible force is pushing them back. And they are each going to take 6 points of damage, which I will now record. They are 7 and 8. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. Huh. I was hoping that would work better. Which makes it Naravar's turn. I think it might be time for one of his signature moves.
He's used the one sword before, though.
No, his other signature move, Sam. His
The second
favorite.
sword?
Shut up. His actual favorite spell. Flaming Sphere. So, he's going to conjure a Flaming Sphere.
Is it a sphere that's flaming?
As a matter of fact.
No, it's ice.
This isn't 3-5.
It's so cold, it's hot.
You got burns. There's number 1. I don't know why this program always wants to crash on me. Find. Flaming Sphere. Alright, you conjure a medium flaming sphere in an unoccupied square. So he's going to conjure the sphere right here. And then... Oops, wrong button. This one. Okay. It is int versus reflex. I don't know why I'm bothering. Yeah, he almost crit. And that guy got an 18, so nowhere near what he needed. So it's going to deal 2d6 plus intelligence modifier fire damage. Which is 7. 34. So this flaming ball conjures into existence there as he waves his glowing sword around in front of him and then flicks the end of it. This ball of seemingly living fire erupts into existence and then reaches out a tendril of flame and swipes it across number 7, who takes 34 points of fire damage, which kills him.
Damn. Don't mess with Naravar.
He's not supposed to be in this world. Effect, you conjure a medium sphere. Any creature that starts its turn next to the sphere. As a move action, you can move the sphere. He didn't move. How far can move the sphere? Up to 6 squares. And as a minor action, he can sustain it until the end of the encounter. As a standard action, you can make another attack with the sphere. So he's going to spend his minor action sustaining it. But he's going to move, let's see, 6 squares. 1, 2, 3, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can't get to where I want it to be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, 6. Doesn't say anything about it moving through creatures. Sphere takes attacks an adjacent creature. Any creature that starts next to it. As a move action, you can move the sphere up to 6 squares. You conjure a rolling ball of fire and control where it goes. 1 creature adjacent to the sphere. Sorry, I'm just trying to determine if it can move through occupied squares. Like, it wouldn't do damage as it does so, but I can't tell from the description if it can. I think for safety's sake, I'll say it can't. Which means it's still going to do the most good if he just moves it to there. So let us go back to my pen, erase, and then not erase, and place it here. Because that's the most immediate threat to himself and Nalia. Okay, so that's his move action, standard, and minor, so he's out. Alright, that makes it Leah's turn.
Oh, I get a turn?
Yeah! Rolled a nat 1, so you're last, but you still get a turn.
So this is how it feels like to be Alex.
Yep. Where almost everything is already
Dead by the time it's your turn.
Yeah, I mean I have already dealt damage though, as a reaction. Okay. Is there anyone I actually have line of sight though?
I mean, you've got line of sight to these guys, they just have cover from your allies. Okay. You could also move, like, this whole stretch here is safe for you to move down. Nobody can opportunity to attack you. You've got a hallway that you can just walk down.
Yeah. I'm gonna move to the bottom. Or actually, let's move to right, like the right, like diagonally down from Nalia.
Here. 20 feet of movement.
Yes.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna shoot the guy in the distance that has the red dot on him.
Okay. Don't forget that there's this guy here, and that as you move closer, you can also kind of see that there are silhouettes out here.
Okay.
And, like, it's really hard to see them because of the heavy rainfall, but they're there.
Okay. So the red dot means that he's bloodied?
Yes, red dot means he's bloodied.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna move my hex to him. That's a bonus action.
Okay. He gets hexed.
Which reminds me, I don't think I rolled to see if I kept that concentration because that took 10 damage. Is that enough?
Anytime you take damage, you have to roll concentration. It's just the higher of half the damage or 10 is the DC. There we go.
Okay. Okay, yeah, no, I lost concentration, so I don't have hex anymore.
Oh, okay. Never mind. He does not have hex on him.
Yeah, I got a 1 on the die, so that concentration is done.
I mean, I don't know what your plus is, but if it's not +9, then yeah.
What?
It's a Constitution saving throw.
Oh yeah, there's no chance.
Okay.
Yeah, no, my Constitution is +1, so yeah, no.
You got a 2.
If it was like Charisma, I actually would have made it with a 1.
Nope. Constitution for concentration.
Yeah. So yeah, then it's just Eldritch Blast.
Okay. Blast him with the Eldritches.
Yes. First blast is that's bad. 14.
14 to hit. He is number 20. Number 20 has higher AC than that.
Yeah. Then try second blast. Oh, that was a crit.
Nice.
Let's see.
So either roll double damage now or roll the next attack.
Might as well roll the next attack. Bro.
Okay.
See if it hits. 21.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Yeah.
Alright, so 3x damage.
No, wait, no, it's not 21. It's way higher than that. Why did I think 21? That's
it hits.
stupid.
A 21 would hit.
Yeah.
This is.
I don't know what my math was doing there. It's absolutely higher. It's 28.
Okay.
No, 27.
Okay.
Yeah, 27.
Either way,
27.
it's
There you
gonna
have it.
It's a 19
Yeah,
on
yeah.
die. Got it.
Yeah, it's just I get annoyed when my math is not right, so I have to correct it.
Okay. Alright, so you hit a crit and you hit a regular hit. So roll damage for a crit and a regular hit.
Okay. Gonna do the crit
Roll the crit first.
That is so that let's see Eldritch Blast. Where did it go? Oh, that's right.
D10 plus 4 or something like that?
Yeah, +5. Yeah, so it's yeah, because my charisma is higher now. So that's 10 plus 3, that's 14, 19 points of force damage.
19 points of force damage. Okay, he's still standing as this bolt of sparkling energy leaves your wand and strikes him in the chest as he stands there with his bow.
Damage from second blast then is 15.
He is very, very dead.
Yeah, I mean... that was silly. I rolled that 10 on the die twice there. Once in the crit together with that 3. And once on the regular.
Okay, so now after Leah, it becomes Vendar again. Vendar, you are inside the shop. There is the halfling hiding behind his desk, whimpering, and you just threw a rat into the fray.
Yeah, can I see anybody else? Any of the other Drow from here?
Not from here. There's a big elephant blocking your view of everything outside the door.
Big elephant. Okay, can I go outside and into the alley there?
This alley
On the left?
over here?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's find out. That's 10 feet. That's 20 feet. That's 30 feet. No. Because it's an allied, occupied allied square is difficult terrain, so it costs double. You could double move. You could dash as your bonus action.
How many enemies are there left?
You don't know.
Alright, I'll just dash.
Okay. 40 feet. 45, 50, 55, 60 would put you here.
Hey, just put me on the edge.
Okay, so
Just
don't
go above
use
the
all 60 of it.
Yeah, it's 55, and then I'll take a shot at that dude just south of Jubble.
This one right here, number 9.
Oh wait, how hurt is he? Is he like super hurt?
9. It's heavy rain, so you only know that he's not bloodied. He seems to be doing okay.
Okay, I'll shoot him.
Okay.
Well, I missed.
Okay, yeah, disadvantage sucks.
Yeah, I got a 2 and a 4, so...
The dice hated you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I would have missed either way.
Oh. Yeah, 9's pretty heavily armored. You would have needed a good roll. Okay. So it becomes their turn. They've lost 5. The one who was in the squad with the leader who got killed, you're gonna see him look around and shout, Asaknel! Asaknel! Varshuk! Varishnel! Actus! And after he shouts that, he's going to move. I believe... Oh, no. He doesn't get to go. This person gets to go. So, this person is going to move here, and then here. Okay, which means... And then here. So, Leah, are you going to take an opportunity attack as this spearman runs past you?
I mean... Yeah.
Okay. Roll an opportunity attack using your reaction. You have a reaction, right? It was just your turn. Huh?
Yeah, so this is a new round.
Yeah.
Yeah, then I have a reaction, yeah.
Yeah, and your reaction resets on your turn, is the way I do it. So, it was just
I can do opportunity attacks with Eldritch Blasts, or...
Do you have a feat that lets you do that? Which would be Warcaster, I believe?
I mean, I just asked because it's
So unless you have the Warcaster feat, you
cantrip.
can only make an opportunity attack with a melee weapon, which could be an unarmed strike, but it has to be a physical attack.
Okay, so I cannot do it with cantrips. I thought cantrips was an exception to that.
No. Not unless
Oh,
you
okay.
have Warcaster.
Yeah, no, I don't. So in that case, I'm not going to do opportunity attack because I
Okay.
have nothing to do with.
Right.
Don't have any
Nalia
weapons.
is in the same boat. She doesn't know what order was just issued, but he's not attacking, so she's going to let him go. Nerevar, however, is much more sword savvy, so he's going to make an opportunity attack. And rolled for crap. Which means it's only a 27 to hit. So that's going to hit. He gets to use his intelligence for the damage, so he's going to deal minimize damage. Minimize damage against number 8. Most unfortunate. He couldn't have killed the guy, but he could have done better than that. So, as the guy starts to run away, you know, you guys both go, Nerevar's like, wait, stabs him on the run with his long sword, but only manages to graze him a bit across the armor. And then he's going to turn on his heel and thrust his spear at Leah.
Ow.
And that is a 19 to hit.
Hold on. I'll have to check something.
Okay.
Oh yeah, no, it hits.
Okay. The emergency pendant already went off. Wait,
Yeah.
and it was a round ago, so yeah. Okay, so that is 12 points. No, excuse me, 9 points of non-magical piercing damage, and you're immune to the poison.
Is the Drow thing attacking someone within sunlight, or they need to be in sunlight?
Actually, it does. It's a visual thing. You're right. Does an 18 hit you?
Not if the pendant has deactivated.
The pendant is no longer affecting you.
Yeah, no, then it hits.
Then it hits.
I
Okay.
tried.
Yeah, no, he rolled an 11 and a 10. So 9 points of non-magical piercing damage, and you're immune to the poison.
Okay.
So that is 8. 9 is going to move. And as he moves here, he's going to attack Leah as well.
Yeah, hold on. I just remembered something. I want to check on that first.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, that doesn't cause a spell shot. Haha, then once I got hit by number 8, I will use Mist Escape.
You're going to use Misty Escape?
Yeah. Which makes me invisible and teleport me up to 60 feet.
Okay, as a what now?
As a reaction.
You
It's
used
just as
your
a
reaction to do the... Oh, no, you didn't. You chose
No,
not
I
to
didn't.
attack. Okay.
So then I just teleport next to Yukikase. Like straight up.
Okay.
And is invisible.
So would you have done that when the second guy hit you, or the first guy?
No, the first guy hit me.
Okay, then he's going to attack Nalia instead. Disadvantage is definitely helping here. That's going to miss Nalia with her mage armor. And then he's going to continue moving. Where is he? He is here. Yeah, he can make that. 8, 9, 14. So now it's 11. 11 is going to make a stab at Laramendis. And that is a 17.
A 17 will hit.
17 will hit. And yes, that was with disadvantage. Alright, this guy is the one with the sword and shield. He is going to be dealing this. That is 5 points of non-magical slashing damage. And 10 points of poison damage.
Okay.
And then he is going to move away.
Hold on. So someone attacked Laramendis.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna use my relentless or my sentinel.
Okay. Is this a reaction?
Yes.
Okay.
What does that do?
It allows him to attack.
Okay.
Does it count as an opportunity attack?
It just says when a creature within 5 feet of you makes an attack against a target other than you, you can use your reaction to make a melee weapon attack against the attacking creature.
Okay.
And I got a 21.
A 21, and he is number 14. That's going to hit.
Okay.
I'm sorry, he's number 11. It's still going to hit, but I was looking at the wrong... I'm like, number 14's dead. What am I talking about? There's 11.
Alright, so normal damage is 12. And then with the improved Divine Smite, that's another 7 radiant.
Okay. Did you move your Hunter's Mark, or can you?
No, it's a bonus action on my turn.
Okay. So you have to
So
wait
I
till your
don't
next
get it.
turn before you can do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you bloodied him after he smacked Laramendis with his sword. You got him back. And then he's going to move away. To here. Which would have triggered an opportunity action, but you used your reaction. So, Lair, do you want to use an opportunity attack?
No.
Okay.
I don't have a
You
reaction.
don't, because you told, yeah, right.
And also, I only have -1 strength, and I don't have the Warcaster.
Alright, Yukikaze. Yukikaze,
Yeah, I'm here.
do you want to make an opportunity attack against this guy who just moved away?
Yeah.
Okay. If you've got a reaction to spend, you may spend it.
Oh, no. I don't have a
Wait,
reaction.
hold on a second.
Oh.
That's what taking.
Nobody has. None of these three people have
I'm making sure.
How does...
Yeah, I think it must be an opportunity attack because it says when you hit a creature with opportunity attack, the creature's speed becomes 0.
Right, but you didn't hit them with an opportunity attack. You used the other part of the power, which says that you can make a melee attack against something that makes an attack against something other than you. That's why I asked.
I'm so confused then. There's so many parts of Sentinel attack, I guess.
There's just 2. If they move away, you get to make... If they move away, even if they use disengage, you get to use an opportunity attack. And if the opportunity attack hits, they don't get to move away. Or, if something attacks something other than you while it's 5 feet away from you, you get to attack it. That's it. That one doesn't count as an opportunity attack, and so doesn't reduce its speed to 0.
Okay.
It doesn't say you may make an opportunity attack, it says you may make a melee attack.
Okay.
So, nobody here has reactions, so this guy is also going to attack there. With disadvantage. And that is a 10 to hit.
A 10 will miss.
Okay, and he is going to move away, knowing full well that he is safe. He's gonna move to there. 19 is next. And he is going to shoot an arrow at Nalia with disadvantage. And that is a 17. Nadia's AC is 17, so she gets hit. So she is going to take 11 points of non-magical piercing damage. Keep clicking the wrong one. Damage. Okay. Okay.
Did I zone out or something, or like?
Yeah, I think you did. That misses. And that is another 17 against Nalia. And that is 6 points of damage. And then these two are going to fall back to here.
Did I forfeit my turn?
No, I would have called on you if it had been your turn.
Oh.
I was confused too because it seemed like it went from Vendar to bad guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I didn't say anything because I wasn't looking at the thing. I didn't know if he went away for a call or something.
No,
I skipped him.
Alright, so there would have been one guy adjacent to you.
It's fine. We're just gonna continue it. I just was making sure that, like, I was paying attention, but, like, that happened too. No, just...
Take your turn.
It... So yeah, we'll just swing at the one guy that was there. First one's gonna miss, second one will hit. Probably it's 11, 24.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Alright, so that will be 6, 5 is 7. 7 magical piercing.
7 magical piercing. And then you have 2 more attacks.
Yep. I'll roll them both together. Oh, they both miss. There's no question about that.
Okay. So the other stuff happens, and these two retreat to here. Alright. Sorry about that.
No, it's like I was paying attention, but then I was like, wait a minute. Did I miss something?
Alright. All the bad guys went, which makes it Cyrus' turn.
And now the
Another
great question.
fireball.
Do I fireball them, or do I stop them from escaping?
Is that not the same thing?
Well, we've
Can't run if you're dead.
We've seen their deck saves. A fireball's not going to kill them.
What do you want to wall them in instead?
I think I might. Can I get a look at the map just a little bit to the south? Alright, so they... is there an elevation change between the green and the bridge when it hits the, like, before it hits the water? Like, do they have to use a stone path to make it across the bridge?
The bridge is above the water, but it's a causeway.
So they'd have to block it pretty much where it hits the water, if I understand correctly, if I want to stop them from getting across.
So the land here is somewhat above the water level.
Alright.
And the ground on this side is designed in such a way that it's very difficult to climb if you're coming out of the water.
Okay. Let me check the range on Wall of Stone real quick. 120 feet. How far is it to the second batch of Drow? From me.
$95
Alright. Then I would like to cast Wall of Stone, blocking them from being able to use the bridge or the wall. Basically just put up walls all around the back line of Drow except towards us.
So, here?
Wait. No, behind the second set of Drow.
Here.
Yep, and kind of wrapping around the sides too, so they can't just walk around it.
How many squares can you make?
I believe it's 10 10-foot by 10-foot tiles. That is, yep, that's the case. 10 10-foot by 10-foot squares.
That are how thick?
6 inches.
Okay. That's 5 of them.
Alright. I guess I would just double them up, make them twice as thick.
Okay, so they're a foot thick now.
Yep.
Okay.
And I think that'll do it for me. I want to try and hold on to my sorcery points for whatever is inside the fortress. So that's my turn.
Okay. Waiting to see if this next song starts. Jebel.
Yeah.
There. Like, why is it quiet for so long? What do you do, Jebel? It's your turn.
How difficult would it be for me to just move through people?
Anytime an ally takes up a part of your square as you move, it causes you to undergo difficult terrain. It causes double movement. Corpses don't count. Unless there's a bunch of corpses all, like, right in a row, but, like, a single corpse isn't going to be a problem. Where are you trying to go?
If I get 20 feet from them, I can charge for 20 feet.
Okay. I mean...
I have a movement speed of 40, so...
Alright. I mean, you could charge this guy straight on right now. That's 20 feet.
Okay.
Which leaves him in the flaming sphere.
Oh. I forgot to apply some damage to one of these guys. From a flaming sphere. That guy. 9 is supposed to... Sorry, I just need to quickly apply some damage to him. Minimized. Never likes rolling minimum damage.
It's what keeps him fair.
He's not supposed to be in this world. Okay. Okay. So, I mean, you could instead just go here and charge him.
It's 20 feet straight towards a creature.
Yeah, trying here. And it says that there can't be anything in the way, right? Can't be
It
anything.
doesn't say anything about obstacles. If the elephant moves at least 20 feet straight toward a creature and then hits it with a gore attack on the same turn, that target will succeed in the DC 12 strength saving throw or be knocked prone.
There we go. Good enough. So you take a turn, and you move 20 feet toward him, and you can make a gore attack.
Okay, let me just roll that. $26.
That'll hit.
$13 magical piercing damage.
13 magical piercing damage. Alrighty. You hit him. It's the first time he's been hit.
I get to stomp on him for my bonus action.
Okay, roll it.
$21 to hit.
That'll hit.
Did you roll with it, or does he have to make his thing for being prone from the first, or he already failed? I don't know.
Oh, the
Did you have
gore
advantage
attack?
if he was prone?
Oh, yeah,
You
yeah.
forgot to tell me
12
about
strength.
that. So what's the thing? What's the gore attack?
Oh, the gore attack hit anyway.
Right, but is he prone?
Oh, that's you have a DC 12 strength saving throw.
He makes that.
Oh, well then.
So you hit and you dealt how much damage with the stomp? He's not prone. You can stomp even if he's not prone, right?
No.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember what the core attack damage was.
I already have the gore attack down. It was 13.
Okay, no, that's...
I just needed to know if you can stomp on a not prone target, and you say no, so you can't actually make the second attack because he made his save to not go prone.
Yeah, it's part of the trampling thing. You can stomp as a bonus action if you knock them prone.
Okay, yeah, he saved himself. Okay, anything else? You've made your move and your attack.
No, I think that's it.
Okay. bum 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 ba-dum bum bum. Sorry, I'm gonna pull this back up. Jebel Raiken. Raiken, everybody ran away. They seem to be backing up in a line away from you.
How dare they? Those cowards. Raiken will... 5, 10... Is that fireball still there, or is that gone?
There's fireball here. It's still there.
It's
This
still
one
there.
here is not.
Okay. Raiken is gonna go straight down then. 3 squares, so 15 feet.
Raiken is gonna go 15 feet due south. Boof. Excuse me, I'm still in measure mode. Boof. Drow Soldier 9 and 8 are directly in front of you.
Raiken will use his bonus action to put Hunter's Mark on the one directly below him.
Okay.
And then he will attack. And his first attack is only a 14.
Only a 14 against number 9. 9. No, that'll miss. He's heavily
Okay.
armored.
Then he'll attack again. This time he gets a 25.
That'll hit.
Alright. And then these.
Regular damage, Hunter's Mark damage, and improved Divine Smite damage.
Regular damage is 6 points of Silvered Slashing. Hunter's Mark is only 1 point of damage then.
Okay.
And improved Divine Smite is 3 points of radiant damage.
3 points of radiant damage. That could have gone better.
Yeah, I minimized on both 2 of them. And that is all he can do.
Okay. You don't want to spend a spell slot actual smiting?
No.
Okay. Then that is the end of Raiken's turn. And it becomes Laramenda's turn again.
Okay. I am going to Ray of Frost the bloody one.
You're gonna Ray of Frost the bloody one. That is number 11.
For a 19.
That'll hit.
Cool. Find D8s. Found D8s.
Your glimmering
That
white
is-
beam of ice chilling the raindrops as it passes by, as hail falls beneath it, strikes the chest of this drow. As he
Not
turns.
quite minimized.
What's the damage?
7.
7.
7.
7. He dies! Frozen into a statue of drow-like horror. As rain continues to fall on him, you see the steam rising from the ice.
And I'm going to move 3 squares south.
You are directly behind Raiken.
Yep.
Okay.
Taking the sunlight with me.
Right. Taking the sunlight with you. And that sunlight was a burst for 20 feet. Boof. There you go. Sunlight. Alright, after you, it is Nalia's turn. who got a bit beat up last round. Should I further update her health? Okay. And she is going to not do any of those. So many transmutation spells. Let's see. This could be fun.
Velpa polymorph.
Okay. So. Okay. And that has a casty range of 60 feet. That's not safe. She's not doing that. I think she's really just going to be sticking with empowered magic missiles.
Magic Missile is a wonderful spell.
It's a really good spell. Alright, she's going to cast a 4th level magic missile.
They shield.
They haven't shown the ability to do that so far.
They were just waiting.
120 feet. And she gets at 4th level 6 missiles, I believe. So, let's see here. We will just go in order. Boom. So, this guy. Soldier 19. 19 is going to take 1d4 plus 4. 1d4 plus 1, excuse me. 5 points of damage. She maximized. This guy is 8. 8. She's going to take also 5, because she maximized again. She likes me. 9. He's going to take 4 points of damage. He's really bad off. I forgot to give him the state. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 points of damage. 5, another 3 points of damage. Alright, she kills this guy. Because he was the most hurt looking. She's like, bing, bing, bang. Oh, he's hurt. Bing, bing. And then the last one is going to go into 13 for 2 points of damage. Nice. Well, I only minimized once on 6 missiles, so that's not bad. And then Narabar is going to move the Flaming Spear, which just got deleted, but it was sitting here. He's going to move it. It can move 6, so 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going to move it here. And it's going to attack the more hurt of 13 and 8. 8 is that, 13 is that. They're really close to each other. Alright. He's going to attack 13 now. And he does not crit. The other guy does not save, but he got very close to saving. Naravar did not roll well. And that's going to deal 22 points Fire damage. Boom. So now this guy is bloody. Boom. And he's going to minor sustain. That's move, standard, minor. So that's all of it for him. Which means Leah's turn again.
Yay. Okay, I'm gonna obviously I'm gonna Eldritch Blast the one like directly below me, and that means I'm also becoming visible. Visible.
Okay.
So I become visible and Eldritch Blast the one directly.
Number 8.
Yeah, I can't see the numbers unless you hover them. So.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was announcing it.
First blast is an 18 to hit.
That will hit.
Yay. Second blast. Oof. That's a 12.
Miss.
Yeah, obviously. And last, a 14.
Miss.
Yeah.
First one hit.
First one hits. 11 points of force damage.
11 points of force damage. Okay.
And
he is bloody.
Yeah, then I'm just gonna step 5 foot to the left. Like left for the screen.
Boop. Alright.
Because,
brings us back to the top of the order. Vendar. You are up here.
Oh, goody.
You missed, but your team has been ripping through them.
I'll shoot. I'll take a shot at the one that Jubble's attacking.
Take a shot at the one that Jebel is attacking. Okay. 19.
It's an 18 to hit.
That'll hit.
Oh, wow. I wasn't expecting that. And he's adjacent to Jebel, so I get sneak attack.
Yep.
Rip.
That was with your disadvantage too, so 18 was good.
If you have disadvantage, do you ever gain the benefit of sneak attack?
Right, yeah, you shouldn't.
Sorry.
So, no sneak attack, but you still hit.
Wow. That sucks. A whopping 8 damage.
8 points of damage to number 19.
So I'm incapable of doing damage in the wind, apparently.
I mean, weather effects are bad for ranged attackers in general. Magic is
You could try
magic.
switching to melee.
Yeah, I think you have a short sword.
I'm
And a
long
rapier. You have a
sword.
rapier, don't you?
Don't know if I still have the rapier.
Well, you might have. I think you have a purple worm short sword, though.
I have a purple worm longsword.
Long sword. Are you capable of using a long sword?
Yeah.
Nope.
Aren't I?
Rogues aren't as a
Yeah.
class, but I don't know. Maybe you have a feat.
Yeah, I'm able to use a longsword as a basic. Rogues are able to use long swords and short swords and rapiers. According to D&D Beyond.
Okay.
I have proficiency in crossbows, hand crossbows, long swords, rapiers, short swords, and simple weapons.
Okay, cool. I didn't remember the
I
long
used
sword was on the
to
list.
have a scimitar. And I didn't have proficiency in that. And that's how I found that out because of D&D Beyond. But
Where did that +1 scimitar go?
I mean, it was just a regular scimitar, but I got rid of it.
Okay, so you hit. You dealt not a lot of damage. So, they get to go again.
What? Excuse me?
I don't.
Excuse me.
Yuki causes. Problem is, I keep assuming they're right after Vendar, and I don't open up the list to check. I check on everybody else, but my brain just goes, ah, yes, Vendar, and then bad guys. Where you go? Everything's dead! And they're retreating.
And see, he forgets on today of all days, too. Moving to the closest guy that I can full attack.
That's right, your birthday, isn't it?
Happy birthday.
Done that.
Why didn't my phone remind me that it's your birthday?
Okay.
That's weird. My phone should have told me that it was your birthday, but it didn't.
First attack got the max damage, but it definitely missed. Second attack probably hit. The first one was a 12. The second is a 21. 12 and 21.
12 and 21. The 21 will hit.
Yeah, so my max damage is lost. Curse you. And then my other one is a 7 magical piercing. Oh wait, no, math. Can't do math. 6 magical piercing.
Okay. Can I do a maneuver?
Oh no, I got 2 more attacks, right?
Yep.
I need my D8. Okay. I gotta save a little bit of maneuvers. I've already got 2 down. Oh. These dice today are killing me. Freaking 18?
18 against this guy will hit.
Alright, that's good. 7 magical piercing. And
you want to kill him?
He's a drow, yeah.
Okay. So the last attack, unfortunately you're out of movement. So the last attack has nowhere to go. You can just stab the body again if you feel that badly about it.
No. I am not that kind of person.
Okay. Then you still have a bonus action, technically.
You could second wind if you're hurt.
No, I'm good. I think I'm just gonna leave it at that, just so I have some kind of response if I need it. So I'm gonna save.
Bonus action can only be used on your turn.
Turn, yeah. Yeah, I thought... Yeah, I'll be fine. I'm just gonna leave it at that. It'll be good.
Okay.
It's all good. All good.
Okay, so now that Yuki's done, now it's the bad guys. I checked. So this guy is going to take... not minimized damage, but almost minimized damage. He is number 13.
Good old Nervar.
Oh yeah. Just still enough to kill him. This is terrifying. Just like, oh shit. I'm just gonna finish up with these guys, and I think we're gonna just hold the rest for next time. Is that okay?
Sounds good.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, because we're already half an hour over. Alright. This guy is going to disengage, or actually he's just going to run.
He just watched a whole battalion of his comrades just get annihilated.
Yeah, it did not go well for them. So, Jebel, he ran away from you without disengaging, which means if you want, you could make an opportunity attack against him.
Crush him.
I'll do what I can.
Okay, that is number 19.
It's a 26.
It's gonna hit. His heavy armor is not helping him.
That's 13 magical piercing damage again.
Okay. He's bloodied. Alright, so the first portion of the assault on the keep, the turning of the Drow against you as they realized that you were lying to them, has ended relatively successfully for you. All of these Drow are dead. You definitely have the attention of more Drow. So, we'll get to that next time. Good job. Honestly, I thought that the fight would have been done in like 3 parts. Starting over here when they came over and you couldn't speak Undercommon. But you came up with an interesting workaround for that, so I rewarded that.
Yeah, I was actually thinking the same thing you were, Leo, when you picked that. I was like, I wonder if that would work, and then you went for it, and I'm like, awesome.
All right.
Yeah, I'm just surprised no one interrupted Leah's plan. Everyone was just going with it.
I was for it. I was thinking the same thing.
I mean, it was a decent plan, and besides, in that scenario, there was no stopping it. The second you started talking, it was either gonna fail or it wasn't. And if we said anything, it was definitely gonna fail.
I mean, it can succeed, and then some of them have turned their backs, and that's when you strike.
Alright. Well, this isn't
They
over.
turn around and you slit their throat.
This isn't over, so I could award XP next time.
That's fine.
Yeah, I'll award an XP next time after the fighting's done.
It's not like it's not like any of us are gonna level and get some super.
It would also be weird if
advantage.
you did level in the middle of fighting.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm stronger now.
Oh, I'm dying to the boss. I just stand up and then Spartan kick him. Ah ha ha!
Alright.
Honestly, that will make it more like a video game where you can level up during combat encounters and then all of your health is just back so you can continue fighting.
Yeah, where a level up can save your life.
Alright.
That's one thing I like about Final Fantasy 15. You only actually get to tally your XP when you rest, so it doesn't happen mid-fight.
Yeah, it was the same for Oblivion. Alright, we'll see you next week, same time, same place.
And